Good morning, y'all. I hope you're having a good day. I hope it continues to be one. I wanted to share with you an idea that I had. We're a little off center. Let me fix. Well, maybe I can't fix that. So I was really struggling this morning. I woke up overstimulated. My son woke up overstimulated. He was on 10. He was, mommy. And we got through it, but it took us a minute. And so when he was situated and settled and was eating and juiced, all the things, I went to go take a shower. And when I took a shower, I was like getting my things together. I was like, this is what I'm going to do to decompress, to kind of re-regulate myself. I naturally came into a space where my regular breaths were deep breaths, which is not super normal for me, but we're growing. And we're trying to really recognize when we need some extra support. So I was recognizing I needed that support, that I needed that alone time, that I needed that time in the shower, that I needed to do my whole face routine. I needed to feel good today, okay, to get through the day. So I did all of those things, and part of that for me is music. So I decided that instead of using the extra time to charge my phone, which I probably needed to, I decided instead to use it so that I could have it for music while I was in the shower. And while I was listening to my music, I realized that a lot of the songs that I have right now are songs that have been like helping me through this breakup that I'm going through. It's been a hot minute. And I just had this idea that maybe it would be helpful if I shared a little bit about that relationship, just from my perspective, not from his. I want to respect him and his privacy. I still care about him a lot. And obviously we have a son together, and I want to respect him as much as possible. However, I do think that it is helpful to see other people like walk through how they're healing from something. And if they aren't necessarily explicit about some of like the perspectives that they learned or how they got through those things and to that perspective, then I think it just becomes really difficult, and everybody's kind of walking through that alone. And to some extent you are, regardless, right? Like your emotions are your emotions. However, I do feel like there's opportunity for community to occur in that. And so one of those things for me is, like I said, music. So music has been a really big healing aspect for me, especially in terms of trying to heal from this relationship. And I have just thought about how I think I'm going to put together a playlist for you of all the songs that I've listened to that's been helpful. And so some of the songs that I was listening to on this playlist today, I realized are songs that I have been listening to for a long time. Like there was a song that I added to my playlist when I broke up with a previous partner that just, it was pretty serious in my mind, at least. And I was really, really broken about it. And so that song came back up today, and I was like, wow, like that song worked so well for me however many years ago, 7 years ago. And here it is, like, again, still giving me a similar feeling, which I just think is really sweet and amazing that music can do that, and it can meet us in different aspects of our lives, different phases of our lives, and still have the same kind of meaning and value. And then I realized that there was other songs on my playlist that I don't feel that way anymore. Like I sang the song, I liked the song before. I sang the song when I had attached an emotional response to it, like Kaylee Morgan. She's got a really good couple of songs like Fuck You and Rip, that like when you're angry, when you're going through that like first initial grieving process of denial and anger, that like those songs hit like so hard. And then I realized that I also had a lot of songs that I had added from TikTok. That playlist that I was playing was essentially just a liked playlist of songs that I have gathered from TikTok. And there's one song specifically, it's called A Good Love Dies by Chance Pena. And I probably am not saying his name correctly. I'm trying. Please inform me if you know. However, that song for me feels, I've went through a couple different phases and a couple different perspectives with that song in particular. And I think it's just been really helpful for me to be able to have words to the grieving process. And I think that is why I'm so drawn to poetry and music in general. But I think that it's really amazing when we start to see it from that lens. Like when we're able to become detached from our emotional response enough that we're also able to see the perspective shift, when we're able to see the reflections, when we're able to see self-awareness, when we're able to recognize like, oh yeah, I was in that phase when I was listening to this song, or oh yeah, this song is that phase for me. And what it also brings up is this amazing new artist that I found on TikTok, and let me find her name. Okay, I think her name is Yuri Kill. She is an artist on here that is trying to blow up, and she created a little EP of a song for each different grieving process. So through a breakup of a relationship. And it doesn't necessarily need to be a romantic relationship. She hits on that very explicitly, like when she's talking about it. It's just for any kind of relationship deterioration. And she says like, so I have a song for you in the denial, the anger, the bargaining, the acceptance, like all of those aspects, like I have that for you, right? And there's the one that I have added, because that was the one I heard first, was Sincerely, and that one was amazing. I loved it. And I plan to go back and look through it. So with all of that being said, I want to be able to add a couple of things into the process. I want to be able to add a playlist of songs in general that have helped me. But I want to break that playlist into several different phases, and those phases being the different sections of the grieving process. So these are all the songs that I've listened to that have helped me, and this is how they fit into the grieving process of a relationship, so that you, when you are ready and not ready and needing some support in every certain phase of your relationship grieving process, that you have something, and you have supported it through me, through the music, and through yourself, for being able to identify what you needed. And I just think that's a cool idea. So let me know if you like it. I'm probably going to do it regardless, but yeah, and let me know if there's something that you want to see added.